Action Figure House here, bringing you a review of the Hasbro Marvel Legends Marvel's Chasm on the Spider-Man Retro card back. But let's crack this figure open and take a good look at all we got. Alrighty, so let's crack this open and check it out. So the figure comes on this nice cardstock here. You get your normal Marvel Legends read up back here, multiple different languages, and a great product photo with a bunch of comic book photos throughout the back and everything. And I'm loving that they're going back to the plastic packaging with window packaging. But here's how he looks straight out off the cardboard backing. So let's pull him out of the plastic and see how the figure actually looks. Alrighty, so here is the Chasm figure straight out of the box. This is him and everything that he comes with. You get the figure and then these lovely little green effect pieces, if it'll focus, which I believe they came with the a Human Torch figure also. But yeah, let's get into some articulation and check out how the figure looks. Alrighty guys, so let's get into the articulation. Starting off with the head here, you have a little bit of movement, kind of up and down, like a little bit of a pivot, but not too much. Then you 360 degrees all the way across. Then the head joint allows it to look up about that much, and then it can look down about that much. Then there is a butterfly joint in the arm or shoulder to allow it to go forward that much, and it can go back that much. Then there is another joint in the arm that allows it to go up that high, not as high as some may like it, but it's not too bad. Then it goes down that low. 360 degree bicep swivel, double joint at the elbows for pretty good crunch. 360 degree wrist articulation, and then there is a top to bottom hinge on both wrists. And then of course these little cufflinks do spin if you wanted to. But then with the chest, you get an ab crunch, allowing him to bend forward that much. And then he goes back that far. Then you get rotation at the waist, 360 degrees. Leg joint that lets him kick up that high, and then he can only kick back that far. But then it does go that far when trying to do the splits. 360 degree rotation at the upper thigh. Double jointed knees, allowing him to almost kick his own butt. 360 degree boot cut. Ankle pivot and ankle articulation. But that's it for the articulation. Let's get into some comparisons with some other Spider-Man figures. Alrighty, so before we get into some figure comparisons, let's check out how tall this figure actually is. And it looks like he is about just over 6 inches. Not bad for Marvel Legends. So let's check out how he compares to some other Spider-Man figures. So for some figures comparisons, we have the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man and Marvel Legends Deadpool. As you can see, he is quite a bit shorter than Deadpool, and only slightly shorter than Spider-Man, being that Chasm, aka Ben Reilly, is a clone of Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker. It's not the best height comparison, but doesn't look too bad. But let's check out how he compares to some other Spider-Man figures. Alrighty, so for some more Spider-Man villain comparisons, we have the new Retro Lizard, and then we have the Toy Biz Scorpion. And I'd say they size up pretty well with him being shorter than both of them. I think it's a great comparison. But let's check out one more size comparison with a few more Spider-Man characters, and then we'll get on to some pictures of the figure. Alrighty, So for our final comparison, we have the Spider-Man Renew Your Vows Mary Jane Watson, aka Spinneret, and the Gamerverse Miles Morales, aka Spider-Man. But as you can see, he is about the same height as Mary Jane and a little bit taller than Miles. And I think that's a perfect comparison with these figures, being with Miles being so young and Mary Jane being very short compared to Spider-Man. But let's get into my final thoughts on the figure, and then we'll see some photos. Alright, so my final thoughts on the figure are that it's a great figure overall, but I do wish it had the pinless body and something a little closer to the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man with the articulated toes and all that. And I also wish that it came with more accessories, like some other hands and everything. But other than that, it's an amazing figure and great for any Spider-Man collector. I'm really loving that they're going back to the windowed packages, and these Spider-Man retro card series are amazing. But yeah, let's check out some photos of the figure, and this has been an Action Figure House review. Thanks for watching.